Ed Cabo.
Hey, Cabo. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. You are listening to the Orisa Economy Podcast.
I'm your co-host, Awolowo Alaje.
And I am Ori Midar Fasheye. And we are really excited, as always, about our episode today. Excited about the guests who we have, which we're going to introduce in a minute. We just want to let you know that you are listening to the number one
And only.
podcast and network dedicated to leading entrepreneurs who are leading in entrepreneurship and are reaching devotees. So we are really excited today. We were going through the gram and we found this wonderful company, this wonderful premium gin that's crafted especially for shrine use, which we know tea is really important to those of us who are devotees. And so we are going to bring on Baba Gbenga. He is a priest of Ifa, Abatala, and Ogun. He works in the community as a healer and he's trained in several different healing modalities: spiritual counseling, hypnotherapy, sound healing, iridology, and Reiki. He is also the founder and owner of Irise, a premium gin crafted for shrine use and celebration. And Irise is the only spirits brand created by an E5 practitioner, and it's one of the very few Black-owned gin brands in the country. Baba Gbenga is also the creator and owner of Shrine Line, a clothing brand dedicated to paying homage to Ifa and African spirituality as a whole, ultimately for supportive and representative purposes, respectively. So let's bring on Baba Gbenga.
Yes. Super excited. Got the black-owned gym brand.
Yes.
Greetings, Baba. Greetings.
Greetings.
So,
Welcome. We are really excited to speak with you today.
Me, myself, I am excited as well.
great. So, we love to start off the show with just learning about your story. So can you tell us the story about yourself as well as your products?
So, the story about the products, I'll just go straight there. Myself, it may be a little long, and I don't like to talk about myself too much, but so the product, the Irise, one of the things that us in our culture, in the Ifa culture, is very important to get reading, and Ebo kind of helps you to align yourself with what it is that you're here to do. So, us as practitioners, we will know this, but this is kind of the importance, one of the stories that I share with people that help bring significance and importance around readings, so that if you follow them, you'll understand, the reason why it is said or what is said within your reading. So Irise essentially comes from a reading, in that the reading, once we did all this spiritual work, we were done for the day. I got my reading, and the reading suggested that I was going to be passed down this wealth from my ancestors. So this was supposed to be some great wealth. And I'm like, I don't know what great wealth. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I have to look for it. Maybe it's in a ditch. Maybe I have to be using a shovel. Something needs to happen, because I don't see where the wealth, they were not like financially wealthy people. So they're wealthy in other areas, but not like, monetarily. So we got done with everything, cleaned up, and then we sat back and we started drinking. And then my teacher, he says that, man, we got to get these Europeans out of our space, out of the spiritual space. 'Cause I think we were using New Amsterdam at that time. So that's when my Egungun, they just came and spoke to me right then, because my both of my grandfather's father's side and mother's side, they were both bootleggers and moonshiners. So they were saying that we're going to bring back this tradition through you, and except you're going to do it for your community to replace the European influence in our sacred space. So since then, it's been my mission to kind of, not just Ifa, but all African spiritualities to at least have, a jinn, a spirit that is created by a priest, and a one that is preserving and presenting the culture of African spirituality as a whole. So that's the short version. Sure.
It's short and impactful. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. So how long ago? Well, when did this happen? When did you create the
So
gym?
it happened early in 2018, and then made it official late 2018, and then it takes a long time for it to really to do everything, because there's a lot of hurdles in the business that I wasn't aware of until I started it. I thought it would have been easy, but it became very difficult, and so I just had to kind of persevere. Luckily, I'm Ogun man, so it kind of, I was able to will myself through it, and then 2020 everything kind of kicked off. But then as soon as it kicked off, Corona happened, and then it kind of took away things. So I would say that last year and this year have been a good rolling out year of Irise. Yeah.
Ashe. So, what type of support have you had from the Orisa community as far as knowing about your company and supporting in that way?
So some have supported and some have not supported because one way or another. But what I've learned is that two things is that in our community, we have a improper relationship with those that are kind of been our oppressors since we've been here. So though we may speak down, we may think of them negatively, ultimately, we still support them in many different facets and ways in business, and we're still kind of addicted to it. And a lot of us, we kind of don't have value. We don't feel like we have value. So we need to attach something else that is of value to our name. So you'll see us wearing like Gucci this or Balenciaga this or Nike this and that. These things have value, so I'm going to wear them so that I can have value. So if this thing is not, like he said, if it doesn't have value, if it's not very popular, then I cannot necessarily attach my name to it or buy it because it may not be trusted or whatever. I don't know. But, the Black community is no guess, or there's no mistake that we need to support our own communities much more. And this is one of them. But some of them, they have been big supporters. Some key individuals have been big supporters of Irise, and that's the only thing I focus on. Who are the ones that are supporting? And then let me continue with that.
Shame.
Totally understand. As you were talking, I was thinking, we're gonna have to have a rapper or something.
Yes,
have your bottles in the video.
right. The guy, I wish a few of them, a couple people, they practice E5. One of them is here in Atlanta. I think 21 Savage. I know he practices, so maybe we can try to get in touch with this guy and then have him, become popular so that people can.
21 Savage, if you're listening,
You feel me?
Anyone else out there,
My
if
God.
you're making Orisa, if you're making Orisa song, might as well get the Irise in there too.
Let's get Beyonce and Jay-Z and 21 Savage. Let's get all of them. Solange. Let's get all of them all on one track.
All of them.
For sure.
It is a lot of it's a lot of celebrities who practice E5. We know that. Mm-hmm. But however, within our own community, it's enough of us that we should have Irise on our shrines. So we, absolutely. I can't wait to place an order. I'm really excited.
Sure.
Yes. So Huh?
I was
Go
gonna say
ahead.
likewise. I'm gonna place an order, and as I think about it, this is the holiday season, so it would definitely be good, to support in that sense. And then we have Kwanzaa coming up, cooperative economics. So those are all key events that sometimes we talk about them and we don't really put them into action. So this is a perfect time to get your Kwanzaa. I know we pour libation every day for Kwanzaa, so that's a piece there. Or just for Christmas gifts for your uncle, for your auntie, whoever drinking the gin. Irise
Yes.
is where it's at.
So
For
I
your
share
libations, all of them.
support.
Mhm.
So I think this would
So,
be a good time for you to we always ask at the end, but this would be a good time too to tell people how they can purchase
okay.
it from
So,
your site.
so the number one way everyone can purchase is through the website from iriseot.com, which is IRISEOTI.com. And in Atlanta, it's in around 10 to 15 stores in Atlanta. Those stores are also listed on the website as well, and it's at a couple hotels as well. So those are the ways that you can get it. If you happen to be around me, if I'm doing like a vending, then maybe so there as well. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I
Okay.
think I saw that Ye's Botanica in Atlanta when I was down there.
Right. Hmm.
Um, we talk about entrepreneurial disconnects, and you've touched on that a little bit already. So I was wondering if maybe some of the entrepreneurial disconnects that you see coincide with maybe the Orisa economic principles that you put into use. So we love to ask our guests what are some of the principles that are dear to you, and you put them into use in your business.
So for me, like when it comes to our understanding of having the dollar circulate around our community, it's something that I practice. Support is a verb. It's something that you cannot just speak; you must do. So all the items that are needed for anything spiritually that are the tools, I purchase them from people that are not only practitioners as well, but also they're of our same descent as well.
Mhm.
So it's not like I'm taking it and then I'm going to give it to outside of our community. No, you may give it to myself, but I'll be giving it back into my own community. So that's the thing that we were to learn from all the successful Black communities, in the past, that their thing was about having the dollar circulate the community, and the way that you measure a community's wealth is by how many times the dollar will circulate the community before it leaves the community. So that is the the thought process, that is the understanding, that is the lineage that I take politically and nationally between our community. So I think I do the same, as well as I practice what I'm saying. Is what I'm saying. Mm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We've talked about this before a little bit on the show and even this in personal conversations about solving our own problems within our
Mm.
community and supporting, Black businesses that support other Black businesses, right? That must also, if I support you, you must also have those same values that
Mm.
you're going to support those who look like you, those who are from your community as well, in order for it to be impactful, right?
Correct.
So yes, I really, that's when my eyes lit up when you said that.
Yeah, I agree. So even to where I created the shrine line, and that I was going for to make my entire closet like black. So when I wear a shirt, casual shirt, or even a dress up shirt, it doesn't matter. I would like for it to be from my own people's hands. That's why I created the shrine line. So that I could every day when I wake up, when I go into my closet, I can put something on my body to say that, oh, okay, this comes from this comes from our community, this comes from our people. And that was one of the key things that make me want to create it.
Beautiful. I, I really loved your merch line. Could you tell us a little bit about your journey to creating the merch? I know you know. Could you tell us more? I should say, because you
Yeah.
already touched on it.
Right. So it started with that, and that I wanted to wear, everything black owned. I just want to be from top to bottom, and it helped me understand where we were kind of lacking at as a community. We don't have certain things, and but that's kind of where it started, and then also representation. There's a certain stigmatism behind our practice, and that is kind of either negative or shunned, or these people they find this. I wanted to bring that vibration that it's okay to represent, and it's actually kind of cool. It's a cool thing. Like your answers they are cool. So I want you to go. I want people to be proud to represent the ones that are supporting them. You wear a Obatala shirt. You may be a child of Obatala. Obatala has been supporting you. You represent, in a way, like just as you're proud to wear your name. Same thing. We're proud to wear our ancestors' name. We're proud to wear our Arisa's name. So that was kind of my understanding, like creating it. So I didn't really see a lot of representation. And I said, well, I cannot, just as you were saying, solving our own problems, I cannot complain if I have then the resources to create the solution myself. So I just solved the problem that I seen, that I didn't see a lot of representation. So I just said, well, let me make a line that kind of speaks to this, so that people like me that feel like myself, they want to represent, they feel good with representing. You can represent, that's the reason why I made it. Mm-hmm.
And for everybody that's listening to the podcast and you can't see, Baba has on a banging Obatala T-shirt. It's all white, and today just happens to be Ose Obatala. So he is doing what he speaks, what he teaches. So it's beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you that really is a good segue into our next question about what principles from our tradition do you integrate within your business? How does your practice and your business align?
So for me, I'm first and foremost, priest in Ifa. So when it comes to Ifa or all of the Orisha, the number one thing in our culture is the understanding of Iwa Pwele. So Iwa Pwele is what we consider balanced character. Some people may say a good character, but balance is more appropriate in that balance kind of allows for harmony to happen within yourself, within the society you're in, within the universe that you're in. And harmony kind of speaks to allow for stability, and stability allows reliability. So I want to always have, balanced character, so that, I could be someone that is not trying to just make the dollar. It's the dollar is okay. We need resources to continue our plight, continue our forward movement to complete our destiny. Yes, but we must do it in a way that is honorable, in a way that is will allow other things to come from that. Because if we are doing things that are negative in nature, one person may win, but the majority of us, they may not. We won't do so well. And if the all can't do well, then the one singular one doesn't really matter. So me, myself, this is my the focus concerning Iwapwele, not just business, but just me as a whole. Iwapwele is the number one thing for myself, is number one thing for Orisha, for Ifa. And that's what I've always taken every single step of my journey, whether it's business or not. I always take the concept of balanced character, of harmony, of stability, of reliability, so that all of us can elevate. Not just it's bigger than me. As I say, be a better being because it's bigger than you. So that's what I talk, but also what I walk. So that's what I believe in.
That's beautiful.
Shame.
That's beautiful. And another one popped into my head. Richard Raw. Richard Raw, good brother, if you're listening. He has a nice rap song, Iwa Pele. Yeah, yeah. So Richard Raw, if you're listening,
Yeah,
Itty
for
say
sure.
it in the next video.
For sure. No, for sure. I
Yeah.
send you something. You put it in the video. I send you shirt and the LT. Yes, for sure.
Hey.
Beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful.
I love it.
So, you spoke about some challenges that you had while you were, putting the IT together, IT brand together, and just you built a company during COVID. So um, I'm sure there were some resources that came up during those times, as well as even now, that you wish you would have had, or maybe you have those resources, but you're looking for somebody that's of the same descent that provides those resources. So, as we are the Orisa Economy Podcast, we are also the Orisa Economy Network, and we're trying to build that insular network that you spoke about that creates an economy, so that we can supply one another and support one another in that manner. So, what would be some resources or assets, service providers that you would like to see added to that network?
Okay. Are you saying the things that we need to work on, or are you saying things that I've already worked, the people that I've worked with that I can shout out? You're saying like this?
Oh yeah, definitely. You could definitely shout out some people you've already worked with to shine a light on them, as well as
Mhm.
maybe some things that you couldn't find someone that was an Orisha devotee or of the same descent, that
Oh,
you might
okay.
like too.
Okay. So this is if you're just talking about in life as a whole, I don't think there's many people that I don't see many. I seen one group of people they made um, like draws. I don't know if I've seen anybody that makes panties
Mm-hmm.
or like socks or
Mm-hmm.
uh, undershirt. The white beater. This. Um, so as far as on my body, I think that's about the things that I know that we need to kind of do because just like I talked about when I go in my closet, it should be the entire thing should be from top down. We should be able to do it ourselves because we have the creativity, we have the money, we have the ashe, we have everything needed to do it. So we should do it. We should not be relying on anything or anyone outside of ourselves. So those things in the Ifa space, I don't see anybody that has salt. I know people that do Obi. There's many people, Cola Grove, 256, um, uh, Lauren. There's many people that do OB. Yemisi Market. There's Madame Obia does the EPO, does the palm oil. There's different African stores that they were black owned. They do it, but I don't see anybody that does salt. So salt is something that can be, we need somebody that can do salt and, different things like this. Even on I'm not sure we have knives. We use knives. We be using knives to do things, but I don't know of anybody that has knife that's like, oh, this is black. This is not only black owned, but Ifa community.
Mm-hmm.
So there's different things. Every step of the way, I'm always looking like, okay, there's a gap here, or there's a gap here. And I think if we all came to this understanding, we will understand where we could fit ourselves in. Like, oh, okay, the Ogun men, Ogun people, they could be creating the knives, or the people that are, you know, Oshun people that can make the EO, or egg bake people that can make the salt. They could. We could be just like this, and from my understanding, that's how we should be looking at things through the lens or through the paradigm of our Orisha, of our walk. It could be like this. So it's a great sister named Tandi. She's with the Oshun group. She makes the head wraps for the women. So all this, we should be able to cover every single area of our existence. We shouldn't have to rely on anybody outside of ourselves. So it's a great question. Thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts on that.
Great answers.
Yes. I when you said salt, I was like, yeah, I do have that name brand in here. Yeah, they're not sponsoring the show, so we're not gonna say any names. But I was like, yeah, I haven't seen. I've seen Oyin, I've seen honey, but I have not seen the salt. And then
Yeah. So there's people that make honey.
Mm-hmm. The knives is also another good one. Yeah, that's something that's ubiquitous in the community. If you're practicing, and yeah, I don't know if someone. Thank.
Yeah, you got some answers that we haven't had anyone say before. We've heard all, but you really niched in and focused on our practice. So that's why we
For
were
sure.
like, nodding our head. Yes.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay. So we want you to tell everyone again how they can connect with you for our tea and the shrine line also, because you mentioned that as well. And earlier we had talked about a way for you to be able to connect who actually supported you from listening to the podcast. So if you can tell them more about that too.
Okay, so again, you can get the Irise, the gin, the premium gin, the best gin in the world. Okay, if you're E5 practitioner, that's how you should be understanding it. So it's iriseot.com, iriseoti.com. And then the shrine line, you can get it from spiritualgangster.store. Yes, spiritual gangster. You got to be a gangster about your spirituality. Okay, you cannot let people be playing with it. You can't play with it yourself. So yes, spiritual gangster, and that's with an A because I am Black, I'm African. Yes, spiritual gangster .store. You get all of the merch there. Obatala, Oshun, Oya, all of these. You can do everything is there. We have new hoodies. It's getting cold out there. So strap yourself up so that you're not shivering outside. All right. And for all those that watch this, we're going to create a code, and that code will be Orisha Economy. So if you put in that code, we're going to have a great discount for you. So, these are the ways that you can, again, get what you need for your practice as well as celebration, as well as representation.
Ashe. Thank you, Ashe. So everyone go to either of those sites, get your IT, get your merch, and put in the code Orisa Economy. That's ORISA Economy. And also, we want to make sure that you link up with us on social media and any of the social sites at Orisa Economy. And you can also go to podcast.orisaeconomy.com to listen. And we're also on YouTube if you would prefer to watch at Orisa Economy. If you have any questions, you have any ideas about guests to be on the show, send us an email at media@orisaeconomy.com.
Okay.
Definitely appreciate your time, your wisdom. It's beautiful, and when you go to the spiritual gangster, definitely check out the about page, because the way he breaks down the name, I loved it. I loved it.
Yes, thank you, Baba, for being on the show. We are really, really grateful for your time today.
I'm grateful myself, to link with you guys, and pray to always stay connected with people such as yourself, and we do many more things in the future.
Ashe.
Yeah.
You have been listening to the Orisa Economy Podcast. I am your co-host, Ori Midar.
And I'm Owolowo Alaje.
Adabo.
Odabo.
Well,